Hey, it's Monika, and in this video I want to share with you 4 ways that you can build trust in your relationship. Now, I recommend these as a long-term strategy so that you can really get rid of insecurity and suspicion and fear in your relationship going forward. Now, in my first video that I did on this topic, I shared what trust really is in 4 components, and so I'm just going to recap that really quick to keep in mind before I share what you can do to build trust. You got to have a win-win mentality, a turning towards spirit, attunement with your partner, and a commitment to build trust on a day-to-day basis in small moments. So with that in mind, here are the top 4 things you can do to build trust. There's lots more, but these are the main fundamental things that I recommend to start with. The first thing is emotional connection. You want to create a sense of emotional connection with your partner if you want to have trust. And the reason for this is that emotional safety or emotional connection is connected with safety on a primal level. If we feel that someone is connected with us, we feel safe. And this is a really subconscious phenomenon. So even if we feel like we really trust our partner intellectually, things can get triggered, abandonment fears can get kicked up, depending on our histories. So in order to feel safe with our partner and therefore have the trust we need, we've got to have emotional connection. So find out what your partner likes or what they need to feel connected. I mean, it could be just asking how their day is. It could be just being there for them when they're in distress. It could be hugs. It could be smiling and giving eye contact when they walk in through the door. Just find out what your partner needs and then share with your partner what it is that you need too, so that you can have mutual emotional connection. That creates safety, that creates trust. The second thing to keep in mind when you want to build trust in your relationship is to keep agreements. Now, of course, this makes sense, right? You want to be a person of your word, and you want to establish in a myriad of ways that you are somebody that can be counted on. So if you say you're going to do the dishes, do the dishes. It's such a small thing. It seems like not a big deal, like if you didn't do the dishes. But when it comes to trust, it's important. So don't make agreements that you cannot keep, and make sure that you keep the agreements that you make, no matter what. Make that a commitment. Another important thing that you can do to restore trust or build trust in your relationship is to make sure you set the boundaries outside of your marriage. So, some people are okay with having a work wife or a work husband. If your partner's fine with that, great. If not, I recommend really scaling back on that if that's something that's been an issue in your relationship. Creating a primary relationship with somebody outside of your marriage or your partnership is going to cause problems in trust. There's just no way around it. Same with if you have a best friend that is becoming primary, and you're sharing more with them than you're sharing with your partner. That can compromise trust as well. It could be not having lunch with your ex that keeps calling you. Whatever the case is, now there's a lot of variety in what couples will accept from each other. Some couples are fine with their partners having lunch with their ex, and some aren't. So having a real honest and non-judgmental conversation about where your limits are, where your partner's limits are, is going to be really important, and making sure to have a shared understanding of what those boundaries are, and then holding those boundaries no matter what. Finally, the thing to remember in building trust is telling the truth. This seems like the most obvious one of all, but there's a lot of gray area involved in this for some folks. I can't tell you how many times I hear, well, I wasn't doing anything wrong, but I didn't tell the truth because, they would get upset. And I just didn't want to deal with it, or that would cause too many problems, and we've made such progress, and so I just wasn't going to rock the boat. When you do that, when you don't tell the truth as a way of avoiding some outcome, you're actually complicating the problem. So if the outcome is going to be negative, that's the problem that needs to be dealt with. If you complicate it by lying and adding dishonesty on top of it, adding the trust component on top of it, it makes it so much harder to untangle. So always, always tell the truth about every small thing, no matter what. And I'm not saying that that's going to solve your problems. I'm just saying it's going to make your problems clean, and you're going to have the fabric of trust in your relationship that's going to allow you to come together and have that win-win mentality, have that usness place, have the attunement, all the things that you have to have for it to be real trust. So good luck with these. I really hope that these are helpful to you. If you have any questions, email me. Feel free to sign up for a free relationship coaching, relationship audit session below in the link that I have there for you. And if not, I just wish you the best with these, and until next time.